Good evening. My name's Ken Tracy, and I do a morning talk show every day on YouTube called Coffee with Ken. If you're new to this show or this channel, or first time seeing one of these videos, please subscribe. I have a lot of fun doing this. My pages grow every day, and hopefully my videos or my lives offer some value to the viewing audience. I know they mean a lot to me, and I hopefully mean a lot to my viewers. About 6 weeks ago, I started reading the Bible. My daughters had bought me, I don't know exactly where I stand spiritually, but I do know when I find a way to be grateful to God for something, or give my fears and my worries and my anxieties to God, I feel a lot better. And it has gotten me through a lot of hard times over the last 6 or 7 years. And I find myself praying and thanking God and what have you. Back in June, my daughters bought me a Bible, which you see right here. And for a couple months, it had been sitting on my counter. About 6 weeks ago, I said, what the heck? Let's try and read this thing. And I talked to several people. Many people said start at the New Testament, but that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If there's going to be a book and it's all between, on one or whatever, between two covers, if you will, I figure I'm going to start at the beginning. And I did. And I've been reading 2 chapters a night for the last, like I said, 6 weeks or so. And tonight I'm going to be reading chapter 27 and 28 from the book of Exodus. So if you would like, sit back, relax. Again, I'm going to read 2 chapters tonight. It usually takes me 8 to 12 minutes. And I read the 2 chapters I read last night. Obviously, chapter 25 and 26 from Exodus were real difficult reading. They were almost written. I mean, I know they're supposed to be God's words, but it felt like it was written by an engineer. And it was all about the construction of the Ark of the Covenant and the tabernacle, and was very specific. And I'm hoping tonight's reading's a little more easy for me, but we'll see. Again, I'm only doing 2 chapters. If you have big goals out there, and I think reading the Bible cover to cover is a pretty big goal, it's, you take it one bite at a time and you stick with it, and you'd be amazed what you can accomplish. So tonight I'm reading chapter 27 and 28 from Exodus. Chapter 27, the bronze altar. Excuse me. You shall make the altar of acacia wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be square, and its height shall be 3 cubits. And you shall make horns for it on its 4 corners. Its horns shall be of one piece with it, and you shall overlay it with bronze. You shall make pots for it to receive its ashes, and shovels and basins and forks and fire pans. You shall make all its utensils of bronze. You shall also make for it a grating, a network of bronze, and on the net you shall make 4 bronze rings at the 4 corners. And you shall set it under the ledge of the altar, so that the net extends halfway down the altar. And you shall make poles for the altar, poles of acacia wood, and to overlay them with bronze. And the poles shall be put through the rings, so that the poles are on 2 sides of the altar when it is carried. You shall make it hollow with boards. As it has been shown you on the mountain, so it shall be made. The court of the tabernacle. You shall make the court of the tabernacle. On the south side, the court shall have hangings of fine twined linen, 100 cubits long for one side, Its 20 pillars and their 20 bases shall be of bronze, but the hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for its length on the north side there shall be hangings 100 cubits long, its pillars 20, and their bases 20 of bronze. But the hooks of the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And for the breadth of the court on the west side there shall be hangings for 50 cubits, with 10 pillars and 10 bases. The breadth of the court on the front to the east shall be 50 cubits. The hangings for the one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, with 3 pillars and 3 bases. On the other side the hangings shall be 15 cubits, with 3 pillars and 3 bases. For the gate of the court there shall be a screen 20 cubits long, of blue and purple and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen, embroidered with needlework. It shall have 4 pillars, and with them 4 bases. All the pillars around the court shall be filleted with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their bases of bronze. The length of the court shall be 100 cubits, the breadth 50, and the height 5 cubits, with hangings of fine twined linen and bases of bronze. All the utensils of the tabernacle for every use, and all its pegs, and all the pegs of the court shall be of bronze. Oil for the lamp. You shall command the people of Israel that they bring to you pure beaten olive oil for the light, that a lamp may regularly be set up to burn. In the tent of meeting outside the veil that is before the testimony, Aaron and his sons shall tend to it from evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute forever to be observed throughout their generations by the people of Israel. The priest's garments, chapter 28. Then bring near to you Aaron your brother and his sons with him from among the people of Israel to serve me as priests. Aaron and Aaron's sons, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. And you shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother, for glory and for beauty. You shall speak to all the skillful, whom I have filled with a spirit of skill, that they make Aaron's garments to consecrate him for my priesthood. These are the garments that they shall make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a coat of checkers work, a turban, and a sash. They shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother and his sons to serve me as priests. They shall receive gold, blue, and purple and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue and purple and scarlet yarns, and of fine twined linen, skillfully worked. It shall have 2 shoulder pieces attached to its 2 edges, so that it may be joined together. And the skillfully woven band on it shall be made like it, and be one piece with it, of gold, blue, and purple and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen. You shall take 2 onyx stones, and engrave on them the names of the sons of Israel, 6 of their names on the one stone, and the names of the remaining 6 on the other stone, in the order of their birth. As a jeweler engraves signets, so shall you engrave the 2 stones with the names of the sons of Israel. You shall enclose them in settings of gold filigree, and you shall set the 2 stones on the shoulder pieces of ephod, as stones of remembrance for the sons of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord on his 2 shoulders for remembrance. You shall make settings of gold filigree, and 2 chains of pure gold, twisted like cords, and you shall attach the corded chains to the settings. You shall make a breastpiece of judgment in skilled work. In the style of the ephod you shall make it, of gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen shall you make it. It shall be square and doubled, a span in its length and a span its breadth. You shall set in it 4 rows of stones, a row of sardius, topaz, carbuncle shall be the first row, and the second row an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond, and the third row a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. The fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold filigree. There shall be 12 stones with their names according to the names of the sons of Israel. They shall be like signets, each engraved with its name for the 12 tribes. You shall make for the breastpiece twisted chains like cords of pure gold. And you shall make for the breastpiece 2 rings of gold, and put the 2 rings on the 2 edges of the breastpiece. And you shall put the 2 cords of gold in the 2 rings at the edges of the breastpiece. The 2 ends of the 2 cords you shall attach to the 2 saddles of filigree, and so attach it in front to make shoulder pieces of the ephod. You shall make 2 rings of gold and put them at the 2 ends of the breastpiece, on its inside edge next to the ephod. And you shall make 2 rings of gold and attach them in front to the lower part of the 2 shoulder pieces of the ephod, at its seam above and skillfully woven band of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastpiece by its rings to the rings of ephod with a lace of blue, so that it may lie on the skillfully woven band of the ephod, so that the breastpiece shall not come loose from the ephod. So Aaron shall bear the names of the sons of Israel in the breastpiece of judgment on his heart when he goes into the holy place, to bring them to regular remembrance before the Lord. And in the breastpiece of judgment you shall put the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be on Aaron's heart when he goes in before the Lord. Thus Aaron shall bear the judgment of the people of Israel on his heart before the Lord regularly. You shall make the robe of the ephod all of blue. It shall have an opening for the head of the middle of it, with a woven binding around the opening, like the opening in a garment, so that it may not tear. On its hem you shall make pomegranates of blue and purple and scarlet yarns around its hem, with bells of gold between them, a golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate around the hem of the robe. And it shall be on Aaron when he ministers, and its sound shall be heard when he goes into the holy place before the Lord, and when he comes out, so that he does not die. You shall make a plate of pure gold and engrave on it, like the engraving of a signet, holy to the Lord, and you shall fasten it on the turban by a cord of blue. It shall be on the front of the turban. It shall be on Aaron's forehead, and Aaron shall bear any guilt from the holy things that the people of Israel consecrate as their holy gifts. It shall regularly be on his forehead, that he may be accepted before the Lord. You shall weave the coat in checker work of fine linen, and you shall make a turban of fine linen, and you shall make a sash embroidered with needlework. For Aaron's sons you shall make coats and sashes and caps. You make them for glory and beauty, and you shall put them on Aaron your brother and his sons with him, and shall anoint them and ordain them and consecrate them, that they may serve me as priests. You shall make for them linen undergarments to cover their naked flesh. They shall reach from the hips to the thighs, and they shall be on Aaron and on his sons when they go into the tent of meeting, or when they come near the altar to minister in the holy place, lest they bear guilt and die. This shall be a statute forever for him and for his offspring after him. I mean, I'm here reading the Bible to you, and it's almost hard a little bit not to laugh at the specificity of the instructions in this. Whether these are God's words or man's words that somebody wrote, what type of stones are going to be on each row, it just blows me away that the words are in here like this. I mean, very, very, very specific instructions on how to build certain aspects of, honestly, I forgot even what they're trying to build. I mean, I forgot what they're putting this all together for, what God is instructing them to do this for. Yeah, because I mean, I've gone through 4 or 5 chapters of just very specific details on how he wants various things built. And it kind of seems strange to me. But what do I know? My name's Ken. I'm just a guy that has a coffee talk show and goes live every morning. And feels good reading a couple chapters of the Bible to you at night. And I want to thank you so much for joining me and for following along in my journey. And my journey that I'm undertaking at nights going forward is, again, just reading a couple chapters of the Bible. And it feels good to have it done tonight. So again, I want to thank you so much for joining me. Hope you had a wonderful day. Hope you get a great night's sleep. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.